Yo people, welcome back to RonsTechHub, and in this one I'm going to be showing you guys how to download and install Windows 11. Now there are quite a few ways that this can be done. However, I'll be using the method I prefer, which is to download the ISO and install the entire operating system fresh. I will not be upgrading the operating system or updating the operating system, let's say. I'm going to be installing from scratch. Let's jump into this one. Right, so here we are on the Microsoft Download Windows 11 page. To get to this page, all you have to do is type into your search engine, Download Windows 11, and you go to this link here that says Download Windows 11-Microsoft. I'm going to go back to the download page, and from here we have three options really. So Windows 11 Installation Assistant, this is going to download a very tiny program onto your PC. You can double click on it like you would any other software you download, and it's going to walk you through the steps of installing Windows 11, right? Create Windows 11 installation media. This actually downloads and creates a bootable disk for you in one go, so you don't have to do any of the extra steps. This might be the most convenient behind this one. Now finally we have download Windows 11 disk image, ISO. I only recommend this version for people who actually know what they're doing. So you simply choose Windows 11 here. Where it says download, you click on that. It brings you down to a separate section here where you choose your language. Now I'm just going to choose English. There we go. Then I choose confirm. And it's going to probably load up another section. Here we go. Yeah, 64-bit version. Right, I'm going to click on that. And it's going to start hopefully downloading my Windows 11 file. There we go. That's an ISO. So it says it's going to take roughly 40 minutes on my laptop. It's a bit long. This is totally dependent on how quick your internet is or how fast your internet is. So I'm going to leave that and come back and explain to you guys what happens next. If you guys have opted to download the ISO or even to download the installation media, you're going to be able to put this onto either a memory stick or a disk and write the contents of that operating system to your hard disk or to your SSD. Please, if you want to know how to do this, go back and watch my video. I'll post that in the description as well. I'll also post this link so you can download it directly from the website. In that description, on that link I'm going to send you, is going to be a video from my channel showing you how to use a program called Ventoy, Ventoy. What this program allows you to do is simply to drag and drop your ISO or your image file onto your memory stick without having to then write a separate image file to your memory stick. When you plug this into your PC, it's going to come up with one operating system if that's all you have on your disk, or if you have multiple operating systems, it will show all of them, and you can actually go ahead and install the one you want. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch over. I'm going to start recording from my phone, show you my laptop screen, show you the entire process, and we take it from there. I do apologize for the video not being as clear as possible. I actually don't have any hardware recorders, so if I had an Elgato, for example, I could record it. If I had something else, I could record it, but I don't. I'm going to now reboot my PC, so turn it off, turn it back on, or just do a restart. My memory stick is already plugged in, so that should be okay. So I'm going to close this. I've already backed up everything. Make sure you have everything backed up. But this is literally all I have on this PC. I tend to use the cloud a lot, so I don't tend to store a lot on my PC. So I'm going to go to start. I'm going to go down to power here, and I'm going to go to restart. Now in some cases, you might actually not have to press F12 to get to your boot menu. In some cases, some systems are already set up in a way that they just check to see the first boot device. Alright, so now I'm going to keep pressing F12 until my boot menu comes up. So normally what you just keep spamming F12 on your PC. It might be slightly different. There we go. That's the boot menu coming up. And I'm going to want to do not the Windows Boot Manager. I want to do UEFI, however you say it. I don't want to do legacy. I want to go down to this one here. That's the memory stick, that's a USB memory stick that's plugged in. And that should, let me try and focus a bit more. There we go. That's the one I want there. So up here we have legacy, which is not the best one to use nowadays. This is the older version. Windows Boot Manager would actually get me back into my original operating system, and this is the one I want, the UEFI Boot Manager. And from here, I can choose the operating systems from my Ventoy USB stick. Now, if you look down here, as you can see, I have a BIOS version revision 1.22.1. This is the latest one for the Dell XPS 15, and this is model 9570. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose that one there. Alright, as you can see, Ventoy came up straight away. On my memory stick, I've got Elementary OS 6, Linux Mint 20, Manjaro GNOME, Raspbian OS, not the latest one as of November 2020. I've got Windows 11 English, this is the 64-bit version. I've got Windows 10 ISO, and I've got Zorin OS 16. Now, I am going to go with Windows 11. This is the x64-bit version. Press any key. Oh, there we go. Don't need to do it that. Let me try and refocus. Oh, that didn't look positive. All right, here we go. I'm going to go and set this up. I'm going to put UK. Oh, it only does United States. Ooh. Okay. Let's see if it does. Oh, here we go, United Kingdom. So the language is going to be United States, but the time format is going to be UK. I'm assuming you can go in and install the language packs like you could do in previous versions of Windows. I'm going to go next. I'm going to go install now. Now, prior to Windows 7 or Windows XP, I believe, I don't think I need to have a product key because my version of Windows 10 was linked to my Microsoft account. So I'm going to say I don't have a product key. And what this should allow me to do when I actually install Windows 11 Pro, I believe I had Pro. Let's hope it was Pro. Once I log into my Microsoft account, so the same account I have for my Xbox, once I log into that, it should straight away just log me in to my Windows account and I shouldn't have any issues. All right, here I'm going to choose, you have to accept anyway. I'm going to go next. I'm going to do a custom install because I like to do everything from scratch. And as you can see here, I've got so many partitions. I don't know why Windows does this. I don't know why the operating systems do so many, but I know one is going to be for reset, one is primary, one is recovery, but I just don't like the way it looks. It just looks messy to me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and delete each of these. That means if I break anything, it is fully broken and I won't be able to go back. So not something I recommend for everyone, but because I know I have to do this anyway. Drive 0, yeah, they're all drive 0. So drive 0 is my SSD, so I can delete all the others and I should be okay. Let's hope for the best anyway. 100 megs, yep, let's delete that one as well. Let's do okay, and that's it. Now this should be a relatively quick process, so let me go ahead and explain my specs in this section. I have a Gen 3 M.2 SSD. I think it is, well, yeah, it's 500 gigabytes. I have the Intel i7 8 series. It was the 8750 or 8750, something like that. I know I have 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, clocked at 2666 megahertz. Yeah, that's it. This is the full HD version of the Dell XPS 15 and not the 4K version. I think this version works out best. I also have a GTX 1050 Ti, the 4 gigabyte version. So in 2021, not the most powerful thing, but it does quite decent with video editing. I've actually, for this version of Windows, I'm going to opt to go for not the game ready drivers for the graphics card, but there's another version of the drivers. I'll link those in the description as well, which is ideal for video editing and any professional work, but not gaming, because I never game on this laptop. I only edit videos and do work. So yeah, that's 91% already in what, less than a minute, I'm guessing. So decent speeds. And that's copying the entire operating system from the USB I have plugged in to the SSD. It's making the partitions, it's doing all the stuff it needs to do, but as you know, we'll have to go through and add stuff later on as well. You know what? I kind of liked how that just came up. It's very Android looking, like very material design looking. So is Microsoft stealing from Android now as well? It looks like it. All right, so I'm going to leave it as UK. Yeah, I like this a lot. This is it's very simple, but it looks very nice. Let's see what else I'll have to do. I'm going to choose a UK keyboard, United Kingdom. Oh, there it is. No, I don't want to add a second layout. This is a typical setup screen, but this one looks a lot better. All right, there we go. I think I've typed it in correctly. Let's see what happens. Connected, that's secured. Okay, let's go next. Checking for updates. Yeah, this looks very playful, very Android looking, very colorful, not like the flat windows. Let's just let the circle spin with text next to it. This is very different. I like this. I like the way they're going with this, but again, this is going to use more system resources, and Microsoft Windows is already so heavy on resources. So let's see if they manage it any better than they did with the previous versions of the operating system. Now, I am not optimistic about this operating system. Not at all, because when I jumped onto Windows 7 in the early days, it was trash. It crashed a lot. It was just really buggy. I'm expecting this to be the same. But luckily, I'm one of those people that I don't actually use my store a lot of files on my actual laptop. I use the cloud a lot. I do the work on here, and I either have it backed up daily or weekly, and even so, there's not much I do on here other than maybe edit videos. Everything else I do in the cloud. So let it check for its updates. I'll leave it spinning. All right, so let's name your device. So I need to give the laptop a name. King Boss laptop, obviously. King Boss laptop. Can't contain only numbers. Oh, no spaces, I'm guessing. So let's do that. King Boss laptop. Okay, what surprise do they have in store for us next? I think it just restarted. Yep, just restarted again. Okay, so set up for personal use. That one. Oh, okay. Is this a bug or? Okay, so I can actually highlight this text, I'm guessing, because it comes up with the text cursor thing. So not the actual arrow, but the text cursor where it actually turns into a line. So maybe I can highlight and copy this, or that was just a bug that they just left in there. But let's set up for personal use. All right, so now I have to create a pin as well. I've logged in using my email address and password. Then I create a pin. I really do like this new setup procedure though. It just looks a lot more modern. Definitely. Okay, so we're back to this again. So Microsoft was notorious for tracking your usage in Windows 10 whenever you, for example, set up a new system. I'm going to choose no for absolutely every single thing. Find my device, not really something I think I would need. Only the required stuff. And for improving inking and typing, I'm never going to use a pen, and even if I do, I don't want to send anything. Tailored experience with diagnostic data, no. I can sort out most software issues myself, I guess. Nope, don't want to use my advertising ID. Let's customize your experience. Oh, that might be video drivers being installed or the system crashing. One of the two. Probably video drivers being installed, but that just got bigger, not smaller, not neater. But let's see. Select the ways you want to use your device. Personalized ads. Oh, I don't want any personalized ads, so I'm going to go skip. Not giving any extra information I don't need to give. Backup files on OneDrive. I actually don't like OneDrive that much. I prefer Google Drive, but OneDrive is the integration with Windows 10, and I'm assuming 11 as well, is really good, obviously, because it was made by Microsoft. It's Microsoft's service. But OneDrive isn't my thing. Google Drive is more my thing. No, I don't want to try anything. I get that free from work. And even so, because I don't use all the features of that, I just normally use LibreOffice or WPS Office. They're much more lightweight in terms of how much storage they take up, how much resources they actually use. Office 365 has become a lot heavier, in my opinion. Okay, we are in Windows 11. So that's Windows 11 fully installed and set up to a certain degree. I'm going to stop this video here This was only supposed to be how to install Windows 11. I am going to populate this playlist with Windows 11 stuff. For example, I don't want any of this. I don't have any social media accounts, but it is good that they added these because some people have everything. The only thing I'll probably keep on here is mail, Xbox obviously, settings. That's probably it actually. I don't use anything else there. I have no TikTok, no Instagram, no Facebook. I don't play solitaire. I don't use Office. I don't like Edge. Yeah, so, well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you found this a bit useful, a bit fun, I guess. But I will be doing more videos on this, so stay tuned.